Now, what do you think about Katt Williams? Did you see the video with the 17-year-old? Did you see the video? Did you see the video? You gotta admit though, the 17-year-old took that punch like a champ.
Damn sure. But it was a kind of a weak punch though. It wasn't flush. Like every time he go for, you saw when he got low and then ran at the dude at the
Oh yeah, in Philly.
That
in
was
Philly,
funny
the
when he
Beanie
got
Sigel
low
show.
first. But then he like tried to clothesline him, and it was like a weak clothesline. And then the way he kind of like, I don't know, it was like, come on, you a grown man. You should have knocked that little kid out.
I mean, have you ever met Katt Williams?
Nah.
I mean, he's like 5'3".
Listen, I know some short niggas that's the beast. Be like, it don't matter. Like,
I feel you.
you got that lower center of gravity. You understand what I'm saying? That make you stronger. I'm dead ass serious.
I mean, I've interviewed Katt Williams before, and it's like, it's not an act. Like, he's not just like churning it on for the camera. It's like, he tries to keep it together. You know, I don't know if there's drugs involved. That's what people say. I mean, I couldn't tell you.
I don't know. I mean, I think he's funny. You know what I mean? Like, they're trying to make it seem like he's a train wreck and all that. I saw his little stand-up though where he talked about it.
Oh yeah.
And that put it to me in a little more perspective, and it was funny. Like, the best comedians know how to like make fun of themselves.
Oh yeah.
So
no, he said, I'm real. He said, you know, I'm real. I'm gonna punch you in the face, then you can do whatever you want to me. You can do whatever you want to me after that.
nah,
I'm gonna punch you once.
The funniest shit that I heard him say lately, he said, and you tell them styrofoam cup boys, we got enough money to drink out of real glassware. That nigga say glassware. That shit had me crying, laughing. But I don't know, man. Like, some people say that he might be persecuted for some of the shit that he was like trying to expose about the industry and all that type of shit. I don't know.
I
don't know.
I mean,
He has said some shit in some of his routines that could be deemed as controversial. He talked about going to freak parties and opening doors and seeing freak shit happening, you know what I mean, with people, you know, prominent people in Hollywood that he knew. That's the kind of shit that they don't want you talking about in public. You understand? Right. Especially if he really was, in their mind, honored to even be invited to one of those spots. And now you trying to blow up the spot? Hold up, nigga. Hold up. We about to assassinate your fucking character.
But the thing about Katt, though, is his shows are still selling out.
Okay.
You know, I mean, it's like...
That's why he got enough money to drink out of real glassware.
Because, I mean, with all the crazy shit, people are still booking him. And, like, Katt does, like, arenas. He does, like, stadiums.
I heard he bought Beanie Sigel, like, a $300,000 car or some shit
and
for
no,
fun.
He bought Beanie Sigel a Lamborghini, and I think he bought Little Mo.
Right. Some other shit.
Well, yeah, like a Suburban or something, because she has a bunch of kids, and,
Here you go.
Boom.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I mean, he got the money to do that.
Okay.
But you know, I mean, he is such a talent. It's hard to sort of see someone that you really fuck with kind of go through that. You know, because after he punched that dude, clotheslined that dude, whatever, they stomped him out.
Right, yeah, they damn sure did.
Yeah.
Shit happens, you know what I mean? Like, justice is one's reward or penalty for one's ways and actions. Like, you know, so he gotta deal with whatever the fuck, you know?
Yep.
You wanna get low and start clotheslining people, that's what the fuck might happen to you, you know what I mean? But he seemed like he's a real dude, like, fuck it. You know what I mean? It happened, it is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? He's not hiding from it. He was on stage a few days later addressing it. I like that about him.
North Carolina just passed a law called the HB2 law. You know about this?
Yes.
Okay. They're calling it the bathroom law.
Okay.
Because what they're saying is that they're not allowing transgenders to use bathrooms that don't coincide with the sex that they were born with.
Good, they shouldn't. Good, that's a good thing.
There's also, they took away some rights for homosexuals who they can't sue if they were fired for being homosexual. in the workplace.
In certain workplaces. I guess if the workplace is like a religious and they have, you know. Okay.
Right. Bruce Springsteen actually canceled his concert in North Carolina. He said based on what he feels is right, he actually canceled, you know, a major concert in North Carolina in protest of this particular law.
Mm-hmm. And now, all the black people in North Carolina cried.
Yeah, all the people that went to go see Bruce Springsteen and bought tickets.
Mm-hmm. They're still crying now.
Right. What do you think about that law, number one?
It's a law. It's a law. I don't think that men who think they're women should be in the bathroom with other women and little girls. Okay?
I didn't really think about the little girl thing, but that's interesting. Yeah.
Half these motherfuckers still have a penis. What's gonna stop some freak motherfucker who just want to be in there to pose as a transvestite and go in there and do some crazy shit? Like y'all is opening all kind of can of worms that y'all don't even understand in the name of, oh, we don't want to discriminate and all this bullshit. Like, again, y'all trying to make some unnatural shit natural, and you know, there's certain people out here who are not going to just lay down without a fight. And I guess North Carolina is a state that's saying, we not just going to accept that shit. Like, hold up, pump your fucking brakes with this shit. Like, we know you're trying to ram this down everybody's throat, no pun intended. But listen, there's got to be a limit to everything. Like, there's got to be a limit to everything. Everything in moderation, including moderation.
Everything in moderation, including moderation. The Pope actually just released a paper. You heard about this?
No.
It was an interesting type of thing, because what he did say, which popes previously have not said, was he expressed that there should be a certain level of compassion and tolerance towards groups of people that the Catholic Church were not accepting of before. Homosexuals, unmarried couples, single parents. But what he did say was that he is not going to accept a homosexual union on the same level as a heterosexual union.
What's wrong with that? It's like, I have compassion for all people,
right,
but you're not going to make me accept some shit just because I have compassion for you. I can love you, but I don't have to like what you're doing. You see?
Yeah.
But just because I don't like what you're doing don't mean I hate you.
Right, and you've said that, you know, you have gay friends.
I mean, yeah, I know some gay people.
Right, and you went to
I went to a gay wedding.
To a gay wedding.
A dude that I grew up with, he was gay, and he invited me to his wedding, and I went.
Right.
And it was far. I had to drive. You know what I mean? That shit was upstate some fucking where.
Okay. Now, how'd you feel at that gay wedding?
You know, a little weird. But it wasn't like everybody that was there was gay. You know what I mean? And I'm there with my wife, and it was, you know, I had other friends there that was, you know, regular heterosexual couples. So we in that corner over there.
Clicked up over here.
We clicked up over
Clicked
here.
up. Okay.
You know what I mean? And when we hit the dance floor, ain't nobody coming up on me or nothing like that.
Right. No.
But I was there. You see what I'm saying? So when you talk about tolerance, first of all, let's talk about this word tolerance, because usually that's a word that's used when pain is involved. You see, like, tolerance is something that's supposed to be used when something bad is happening to you, basically. Like, yo, my fucking hand got caught in the door and I couldn't tolerate it anymore and I had to pull it out. You know what I mean? Like, women, you're in labor and you're trying not to get the shot, but you can't tolerate this shit no more, and you get the shot.
Right.
Right? So are you subliminally telling us you're inflicting pain on us with some of these concepts that you're giving us by telling us we need to be tolerant of them?
Please, God.
I'm just saying we have to add, you have to, language is very important, first of all.
Yeah.
You gotta, they're not using certain words by accident, first of all.
Right.
So all this tolerance, it's like, I got a low tolerance for bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, and I just do.
I mean, I actually,
That don't mean I hate you.
I mean, I actually looked up, like before we met up, I was looking up the whole Pope thing and everything that they were talking about. And there was an article in The Advocate, which is a pro-gay publication. And the whole thing was denouncing what the Pope was saying. But then when I read it in other publications, it's like, okay, but he's actually saying something that no other Pope has said, because previously to this point, other popes were really not talking about any sort of gay tolerance at all.
He's being pressured to talk about it.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the plan. Like, you see, he's down with the plan. Mm-hmm. So it's like him saying this at this particular time is just part of the overall plan that they have to unfurl all the shit that they're trying to roll out.
You think there's ever going to be a gay pope?
Well, there's probably been gay popes, actually.
There's probably been gay popes, right?
Yeah.
But an openly gay pope.
No, not openly gay.
I mean, because this is what's always, this is my personal opinion, right? When you look at the Catholic Church and you look at things that have happened in the Catholic Church in terms of sexual abuse and everything else like that.
Matter of fact, I can almost guarantee a bunch of popes were pederasts.
Which is what?
Which is a man that messes with little boys.
Pedophiles?
Pederast.
What's the difference?
Cool. I just told you. They strictly man with little boys. They don't fuck with little girls. They fuck with little boys.
Oh, a pedophile includes boys.
Pedophile is just all children. Okay. That's a blanket term.
Okay.
But a pederast is that they have like a culture behind that shit. A lot of Nazis were pederasts. Yes.
When you look at human sexuality, period, you look at someone who has a healthy sexual relationship versus someone who is sexually repressed. You are going to have an unbalanced person if they are sexually repressed.
Why are they repressed?
Well, because like in the case of the Catholic Church, you're telling a man that when he does his vows, he can no longer take a wife, he can no longer have sex with women. He's taking a vow of celibacy, which I feel is unnatural.
Of course it is.
Even I don't even think that popes, that Catholic priests are allowed to masturbate. I mean, I'm sure they do, but
Right.
I know there's probably a level of guilt.
Yeah, well,
they're letting God down by doing this.
Right, so I see what you're saying. The sexual oppression and the expectation to not be a sexual being leads a lot of these guys down that
sexual behavior.
Right, because now they got to hide everything they're doing, so they get the nuns pregnant on the low. Seriously, that's real shit. They get them pregnant on the low, and then they fuck with the altar boys because they thinking no one's ever going to think that.
Right.
No one's ever gonna fucking think that I was fucking with little Billy over here, but
Yeah.
that's what they're doing.
I mean, there was actually some news that came out the last day or two that an ex-speaker, I think, had molested some boys when he was younger. You guys know about this?
What?
He was a Speaker of the House, I think.
Okay.
Really, really powerful, and he had paid off like these boys like over $1 million, like hush it up. And at this point, it's past the statute of limitations, so he can't actually be prosecuted for it. But I feel if you take a human being and you put them in an unnatural situation, you're going to get an unnatural result.
An unnatural result.
You know,
right, like putting black people in the ghetto.
Putting anyone in the ghetto.
But you know who's really there. By putting black people in prisons.
Yeah. Remember, I mean, we talked about, you know, this the situation. We talked about the whole crabs in the barrel situation. And it seems as such a negative thing, oh, crabs in a barrel, but they're not supposed to be in the fucking barrel. They're supposed to be in the ocean. You throw them in the barrel, you know, you have an unnatural situation.
Well, if you take a polar bear and you take a gorilla and switch their habitats,
Yeah.
they both gonna be fucked up.
Right.
Right? Because
Right.
they're not where they're fucking supposed to be. They're not eating the foods they're supposed to be eating. That's part of the shit that we go through as black people. We African sun people.
Yeah.
We have a whole different diet than the Nordic diet that the Europeans and all of that is used to eating. Like, you know what I mean? Like, seriously, like, but we've been taken from our natural environment, although this whole planet Earth is ours. Let me just put that out there. But we've been taken to the best part and brought to the poor part and given poor shit to eat, poor shit to think, poor places to live. You know what I mean? Poor spirituality, poor religion. So now what the fuck you think's gonna happen?
I'm a fan of Drake. I'm a fan of the idea of Drake. So no disrespect against Drake.
What do you mean by the idea of Drake? What does that mean?
Meaning that if he has a ghostwriter, he's an idea. He's not meaning that it's a perception created that he's not really writing the lyrics, and it's just like here, let's make this in the factory and put it out.
I'm just on top of my game right now, Vlad, and I'm just getting blessed. I'm booked 4 or 5 times a week, 60, 75K a show, man. I'm winning right now, man, and I'm just steady trying to increase my hustle.